What's going on, guys? Jake Adams here, and I find myself in the home of an excellent reef builder, my buddy Michael Rice, and he's got a really gorgeous little nano reef tank. I featured it on the website before, but since I've been doing a lot of action on the YouTube channel, I figured it was time to do a video of this nano tank because it's really a little bit easier, I guess, to showcase and feature some of the larger tanks. It's very easy for a large tank to be impressive. So figured I'd show you guys an impressive nano tank here at Mike's house. So let's check it out. What's up, Mike?
Hi.
How's it going, man?
Good.
Thanks for letting me come see your reef tank again.
Yeah, definitely.
It is a treasure. Holy crap, that thing looks so beautiful. Tell us a little bit about this tank. What's the volume? How long's it been set up?
Well, it's a 30-gallon innovative marine tank. It's been set up for probably about 6 years, though it's only been a reef for probably 2 years now.
Oh yeah, what'd you do before that?
It was a frag tank before that.
Oh, okay,
So
very
I grew
cool.
out pretty much all the specimens that are in here now and fragged them over time, and then eventually decided to just make it into a reef tank. See how it grew out.
Very nice. And you've been working at Elite Reef pretty much since the store opened up, right?
Yep, 7 years.
And you do the Elite Reef YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And what is that called?
Is Elite Reef Denver.
Very cool. So yeah, Elite Reef is, especially in Denver, is very well known for having some really amazing nano aquariums. I think that some of that might be the function of the size of the place, right? It's a little bit small, so it would make more sense to pack in a lot more nano tanks.
Yeah, although we're moving to a shop twice as big right now, so.
You know, it's always makes me smile when I hear that the shops aren't shutting down, but they're moving to a new, bigger location.
Definitely.
Very cool. So yeah, Elite Reef is definitely one of the reef-centric aquarium shops in the Denver area. I'm gonna have to go feature some of the tanks that you guys have before you shut it down.
Yeah, definitely.
Very cool. Let's take a look at some of the equipment that makes this thing tick. All right, so this is who makes this tank?
Innovative Marine.
So is it Innovative Marine Nuvo 34?
It's just the 30.
Just the
the
30.
first generation of the Nuvos.
All right, so what do we have going on back here? You got kind of a mild cluster, and I'm not quite sure where to start. I guess we'll start on the left side here.
Alright, so we got the refugium back here,
Good.
which is basically just growing hair algae right now.
And you just have a compact fluorescent light in there?
Yeah, just the old standard bulb.
And you use Julian or Tulo Fishy's Kalkwasser reactor?
Yep, run off the auto top off.
And yeah, we already talked about that. It just automatically is adding Kalkwasser to the tank with top off.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you have this protein skimmer here. Which skimmer is that?
It used to be an Innovative Marine skimmer, but I actually cut out the bottom and used a wood air stone to drive it.
So yeah, this one's been modified to be air driven. And then I've got a basic fan blowing down the end of this. This is also controlled by the Reef Keeper. Reef Keeper. What do you try to keep the temperature at?
78 degrees.
78 degrees. And then finally, this is what this this light was made for tanks like this. This is a Kessel A350.
Yep.
And you've been using it for 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years, and it's still keeping the corals just totally banging. Holy crap, man! Your color is just something to be jealous of for sure. Tell me about the pump you have inside the tank and the pump that's actually running the tank.
So the return pump in the back, I believe, is a MaxiJet 1200. Cheap and it fits.
Yeah, gotta love that workhorse.
Definitely.
Very cool. And then the Eco Drift, is that the 4.0?
Yeah, it was a 4.0. I actually modified it. I cut out every other piece of the grill that surrounds it just to get more flow through it.
Very cool.
And I run that on the random mode, just at full power.
Is that the random mode of the included controller, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool, and that's just all the time?
Yep.
All right.
Yep, on all the time.
Very key. All right, so I'm gonna take a quick look at your little reefing corner here because there's a lot of different products. So what are some of the things that you dose, and what are just leftovers here? I'm guessing that those bigger bottles, the 2-part solution is important?
Yeah, definitely. I dose the calcium and the top off.
Okay.
Just keep that level up, and then I do dose some of the alkalinity buffer once a day.
So you dose Kalkwasser?
Yeah, plus the calcium, I'll dump that into the actual top off water.
Okay.
Just to boost the levels a little bit slowly through time.
And then I got
I also use balance, keep the pH up.
Okay.
Does that usually just with water changes once a week.
And you're counting on the pH probe from the Reef Keeper light to tell you all that?
I actually don't have a pH probe on it.
Oh, okay. All right. And then some
Yeah.
fuel.
Yep.
All right. So that's your amino acid of choice.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you got a little magnesium over
Yeah,
here.
which I dose on occasion if I'm having trouble getting the calcium where I want it.
Do you use any calcium or do you use any carbon or GFO
Nope.
or nothing like that?
Yeah, no chemical filters. I try not to use anything I have to replace.
What about water changes? What kind of water changes do you do on this thing?
Do 5 gallons once a week.
5 gallons once a week. Yeah, this is a super clean, totally legit reef tank. You can just see the corals are totally banging. Every time I come over here, knowing how beautiful this tank is, I'm still just, it takes me a minute to be able to take it all in because the corals are so colorful, and this is the kind of reef tank that people aim for. They just, just a nice balance. I love how you get everything grouped too. Some of the lords over here, got a little chalice coral city over there, and a gorgeous jack-o'-lantern leptoceras here on the side that looks even nicer than the last time I saw it. Cool. So just give me a little bit of anecdotes about your reef tank. Maybe tell me about some of your favorite corals, and definitely your ethos. Tell me about your tank.
Well, I think the main thing about it is just to keep things simple. And I try to keep this tank to where any maintenance I do on it is simple enough that I know I'm going to be able to do that and reproduce that in the long term. So I do a water change obviously once a week is the main maintenance, and other than that,
What salt mix you use? Because I'm sure someone.
I use Kent salt. Yeah, so I try to keep that stuff really simple. I clean the glass once a day, which I also think is key just because it makes you slow down, look at the tank.
Yeah, very cool, man. I always try to tell people, like, the best test kits is your eyes.
Yeah,
you got to
definitely.
stop and observe the tank and see what it's up to. You want to point out any of your favorite corals in here?
Probably the pink boobies chalice.
So for anybody that don't know, the pink boobies chalice is right there. This was a strain first cultivated by Vivid Aquariums in Los Angeles, California, actually Van Nuys. A really pink chalice with green mouths. And I see you got 2 pieces there that have since merged, huh?
Yep.
And what's the one underneath it? Is that one of the mummy eyes?
Yeah, that one's the original mummy eye.
Okay, yeah, because I know they've bifurcated. There's a lot of different mummy eyes and Miami hurricanes and things like that, and I get kind of confused with all of them.
Yeah, definitely.
So, man, you have a really gorgeous looking reef tank. This is the kind of aquarium that people aspire to keep. But one question I do like to ask people, if you had to do it over, what were some of the things you might change?
I guess the biggest thing would be that I would probably have split the rock more down the center and kind of divided it.
So not a fundamental change, but just an aquascape change.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a kind of a problem as the acans and chalice are meeting.
Yeah.
Some of them interact differently. Some of them seem to be fine with each other's. Others just begin stinging each other out right away. So just to kind of separate the species and give it a more long-term solution.
And then if you have, you already talked about keeping it simple, but do you have any other more granular advice for people trying to do a reef tank like this one?
Do water changes, definitely.
Yeah. I feel like in this
factor.
hobby, like so many people are just trying to get away from doing water changes, and it's just such an easy thing to do. It's just silly not to.
Yeah, it just gets overlooked.
Yeah.
And when you do the water changes, don't make it into a huge thing. Just get the water change done.
Yeah.
Leave the glass dirty if you need to.
Yeah, it's
And-
really easy to get caught up into like gravel siphoning and sucking out a little bit of algae and doing all the
Exactly.
maintenance, but
No, it just adds to the dread of the water change.
it's so easy to change 5 gallons of water, right?
Exactly.
So easy. Very cool. Well, thanks for having me over at your house. Your tank looks beautiful as ever. I gotta say, I'm very curious to see what you would do on a version 2.